All right, guys, we got another leg day. I did not get a workout in yesterday because I had to use my workout time setting up that, which is a compact, leg sled, hack squat, whatever you prefer to call it. Told you guys I'm gonna do whatever necessary to bulk up the legs a little bit. And between this, the leverage squat, normal squats, um, you know, that should do me pretty good. So I'm actually excited for this. This is the first time I've used it, obviously. And yeah, I'm really hopeful that it is pretty beneficial to the leg growth and just kind of getting some strength. And yeah, just doing different things. I like the leverage squat because I like the uprightness of it, but I don't like the way that the weight feels on the shoulders. So I don't like doing that all the time. I like, of course, just good old fashioned barbell squats because, that's the standard. That's what I'm trying to build up the strength to be better at those. But I feel like something like this, where it's all just in the legs and I don't have to support the weight anywhere else really, and I don't have to worry about controlling the weight. Just, I'm kind of willing to do whatever I have to do to build up the strength quite a bit. So we're going to do these today. I'm going to do dumbbell RDLs, and then we're going to do lying leg curls. So aside from this, we're going to be kind of just focusing on hamstrings, which is an area that, aside from leg curls, I just haven't done a bunch of stuff on that. So yeah, want to really kind of target those today. That'll be good. And then since my shoulder is still pretty messed up, I'm going to have to skip shoulders today, but we're going to do some forearm exercises. So that'll be good for us. But yeah, I'm excited to be back in the gym today. Yeah, I missed 2 days the beginning of this week because of that, business trip, and then missing yesterday in order to set up equipment. Kind of sucks. Feels like little setbacks, but ultimately it's, 3 days out of the month so far that I've missed. No reason I shouldn't get back to normal and be pretty consistent even up through the holidays. So we're going to jump on this, going to hit a couple sets, and yeah, we'll see how we're feeling. So here's the situation. Two things. I pretty much have the weight on this thing maxed out. I've got 540 pounds of plates on there, plus whatever the weight of the carriage is. So, at least 550, something like that. I've got room for one more plate on each side. So, I don't know. As far as moving heavy weight goes, I was able to use more than I had anticipated, which is good and bad. Good because, it's always better to do more than you thought you could. Bad because there's not much room for additional weight. I guess I could always get extensions, which leads me to point, thing 1B, I guess. I wasn't going to say this, but it looks like those arms are sagging just a little bit under the weight. So I'm afraid if I put an extension on there, the leverage is going to, this is not like some name brand thing. It seems really sturdy. It's really smooth, seems heavy duty. So I don't think paying particularly more unless you're going, commercial grade. So that's a little bit of a bummer. The second thing is, if you notice on that set, I stopped at the bottom instead of at the top and locking it into place. The reason is after my first set, as I was loading up the plates on the side, I had the carriage all the way up, put one of the plates on, that safety came unclipped, and that sled came falling down, and it actually nicked the inside of my knee just a little bit. And if that whole sleeve, the weight sleeve would have caught the inside of my arm or my knee here, I would be pretty effed up. So, again, I don't know. It's the exact same like design. The locking mechanism doesn't really make sense, but it's the same design that like Titan uses, and I don't know if it's Valor or whatever, but it's kind they all kind of use similar designs for this kind of machine, and it seems a little weird. It's just because when I rocked that carriage, I had it locked, I rocked it again, and it came unhooked and fell again. So that's pretty sketchy when you have to kind of end at the bottom because you can't trust your safeties. So we'll have to see. Overall, though, I'm feeling good. The movement felt good. I wish I had a little more depth, but I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it right now. I don't hate it, but if it hadn't fallen, I'd be feeling a lot better. But it is what it is. I'm sure it'll have its place. It'll be great for single leg stuff. And it also has a calf raise block on there, so that'll be cool to use sometimes just to switch up from doing the standing ones on the leverage squat. So time will tell. We'll see. We'll see if it helps. Maybe I can use this just for more high rep stuff, just to, burn out the legs a little bit, and then use the machine and barbells for higher weight, lower rep stuff. So anyway, we're going to do some RDLs and see if we can't get back on track. After something like that happens, it's hard to stay hyped up. You get like kind of freaked out a little bit, and it's no fun. RDLs felt good. Nothing crazy on the weight. Working more just on tempo on those. Just making sure we're going nice and slow. Feels pretty good. I'm feeling actually pretty flexible these days. For a 31-year-old dude who doesn't really do very much athletic aside from just working out. And I don't do like any stretching, which, may be crazy to some people. I've never done it, but I'm not feeling a ton of tension in the hamstrings when I was going down like that. And on one of my other first sets, I got a lot lower, bordering on, almost, stiff leg deadlift. Certainly if I had a barbell, I would have been all the way to the ground. But yeah, I felt good. The hamstrings didn't feel too tense. The back didn't feel tight. So I felt like I was working the muscle and just working it, not like overstretching it to the point where it was unpleasant. So that always feels good. I got to hit these a lot more often. I think they're one of the exercises that, requires a little more, and they actually don't, but in my mind, it's like they require a little bit more effort. And I don't mean like working effort, just effort to set up. It's like I always got a squat rack with a bar on it. So I'll just throw the weight on there and I'll hit a couple sets of squats, whatever. But I got to start programming these in quite a bit more. Yeah, and stiff leg deadlifts as well. I just gotta build the hamstrings, and I do a lot of quad focus stuff, and just a lot of kind of squat kind of movements. So, to mix it up a little bit would be pretty good. And I'm actually really excited. I was just telling my wife a little bit ago, it's like it feels good to be getting serious about weightlifting again, and recognize my shortcomings and my flaws and I guess weaknesses, and target them instead of doing what I want to do what I need to do. So it's pretty fun. We're gonna hit some leg curls, and I'm not gonna show those because leg curls are leg curls, but I'm gonna hit 3 sets of those. They're gonna just be single leg lying leg curls, and hit 3 sets of those, and then we'll finish up with a couple of forearm exercises. That's gonna do it for legs. Did just 3 sets of those leg curls. Did 1 set of these wrist curls. So we're just doing like the seated palm up wrist curls, right? And these are one of these stupidly deceptive exercises because it really looks like you're not doing all that much. And at first it feels like you're not doing all that much and you're not using all that much weight and whatever. But you get about, 12, 15 reps in and the forearms start to burn. And I've been neglecting forearms big time because I didn't have a good split. I didn't have programs, I didn't have anything I was following. It was just kind of like, I'll do whatever. And I'm doing that now as far as picking my exercises, but I'm being a lot more intentional with, what body parts I'm doing. So anyway, yeah, these are one of those stupid feeling exercises that's like you're not doing anything until you are. It's like calf raises almost. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and just like calf raises, there comes a point where you're like, oh shoot, there it is. And it just starts killing. So the one thing about these though, I see guys sometimes who just like try and rip these off real fast, kind of half range of motion. I like to go, wrists all the way back, hold it for not even really a pause, but you don't want to just kind of like rock your arms like this. So let the weight definitely reach a stop. Same thing at the top end. Reach a stop, release, slow down, reach a stop, back up, stop. That way you're not just kind of like using momentum of the weight to move it. You're actually making sure you have that resistance that you want. So that'll be, probably do 1 more set of these. And then we'll do the standing wrist curls, which are just kind of a variation, but because we don't have our arms up like this, we've got them out. It's gonna hit, for me, I feel it inside my forearm here more, as opposed to those I feel up here. A little bit down in here too, but I feel it up in here. So when I crank my wrist to the side, I'm gonna feel it up in the inside of the forearm right here. So one tip with these, I'm gonna show you with the super lightweight, so I'm not using all my energy here, but instead of holding the dumbbell really tight like this and just kind of barely doing this, right? I like to roll it down into my fingers, kind of go out and then roll it back up into my palm. The reason I like doing that is it forces you to really tighten up your forearm, as opposed to if you're just doing this, you can kind of just rock it. As opposed to going like this, you're rolling it out and then rolling it back up. And that rolling motion in your fingers like that, I've found helps me feel a lot better. So just, you know, personal thing I like to do. Give it a try, see if you like it. Another thing with those is we're training a very small muscle here. So there's no point to try and grab the heaviest weight you can move. If you can move a weight comfortably and slowly and with good form, fine. But I do like using a lighter weight on these and really just being more about the motion. And you will feel them. You know, it doesn't take much to get that burn and get that, you know, forearm pump going. So that's going to wrap it up after I hit one more set of these. That'll be our workout. So felt pretty good. What did I hit? Total, I ended up hitting 5 sets on the hack squat, 3 sets of RDLs, 3 sets of leg curls, and then a couple each of the wrist curls. So yeah, not bad. I definitely would have preferred to do shoulders after legs like I normally do, but obviously that option is not on the table right now. I'm gonna take it easy, heal up a little bit. So yeah, not too much to talk about. Honestly, I'm just thinking about going and eating some dinner, but we'll see. I might switch it up, and we'll see if I keep doing the videos every day or every other day or whatever. I'm going to try and just, you know, I want to try and find a format that works for me, that makes sense, you know, to do. Because right now I'm using like all of my time. I work 9 hours a day. By the time you factor in driving, eating dinner, getting cleaned up, editing videos, I'm literally using my whole day. If I want, let's see, so 8 hours of sleep, plus 9 hours of work, 10 with driving, basically, leave 6 hours. So yeah, between food, eating, editing, showering, all that stuff. And that doesn't even account for if I got any shopping to do or whatever. So I've been using every possible hour of the day. Yeah, and of course, that I didn't even factor in. That includes before work hours too. So cardio, breakfast, all that stuff. So I'm pretty busy, pretty wiped out, and I'm going to keep working out exactly like I am. That's not going to change, but we'll see what direction we go with the videos. So I'm going to get this one edited though. We'll get it uploaded, get some food, eat clean, no snacks tonight. It's a weekend coming up, but you know, Friday night, I'm ready for a movie and a snack, but gonna have to skip that. It's the small sacrifices we got to make, but it is what it is. It'll be a good 3 months for me. So, well, we're gonna go, but thanks for checking in. Pick your battles, fight them hard. Don't let the world silence you. Always live loud. We'll see you guys later.